Hello everyone, welcome to today's Sky Racing News, and as we all know, it's all around the champion mare Winx right through until 5 minutes past 3 or around that time on Saturday afternoon Sydney time. That's the time where Winx is expected to run for the final time. This morning Winx went around in her last serious piece of work at Rose Hill on the course proper, and Hugh Bowman basically got off and said she powered through the work and she's certainly ready for the test. She's come up with barrier 9 in that field of 9 in the Queen Elizabeth, sponsored by Longines. She's the dominating favourite at around $1.06. But it's interesting, it's still there a few that will push, particularly He's Eminent, the UK horse that ran so well in its first run here in Sydney. So Mark Todd has told us the horse has done really well ahead of its final gallop tomorrow at Canterbury. Winx, though, the show is expected to go on at 5 minutes past 3 on Saturday afternoon. One surprising entry in the Longines Queen Elizabeth is the Japanese horse Kluger. It ran so well in the Doncaster Mile and it come through the race so well that the Japanese connections have decided to run against the champion mare. Kluger's a $51 chance in the race. They would again appreciate maybe a softer track, something like they got on the weekend. It may be a little bit better come Saturday than last Saturday, but certainly the horse has come through so well in Kluger. Well, the Sydney Cup, a race worth $2 million, and one horse that's creating a great deal of interest from New Zealand is Glory Days. It won the Auckland Cup last start over the 2 mile for Bill Thurlow. It had a gallop yesterday there. It's now at Auckland and will fly to Sydney tonight. Now, the most impressive thing about this horse is the turn of speed that Glory Days has, and they're really hoping that the Randwick track can dry out and at least get to a soft 5 or maybe a good 4 by the time they get to the Sydney Cup. Doobie's still the favourite after the barrier draw at around $3 over midterm, and there was no luck at all in the draws for the Chris Lees pair of Big Duke and Red Cardinal, drawing 21 and 18. Well, Godolphin, we know how dominant they've been in their 2-year-old races of late, and that could easily continue in the Percy Sykes on Saturday at Randwick. They've got 4 confirmed and maybe a 5th runner lining up on Saturday. Kiwi has again done so well out of the weekend that they will run the Golden Slipper winner again, has come up with barrier 5. James Cummings saying this morning that we just can't ignore just how well the horse went on Saturday, leading up the size field and just being collared by microphone late. So they'll have Kiwi, Pinsack, Theory, Flit and possibly Bardia, who's also accepted for Gosford tomorrow. Anahid and Cheerleader, they're 2 dominant chances in the race, trained by Peter and Paul Snowden. Well, the Australian Oaks is the race before Winx will go around, and it could give Chris Waller his 99th Group 1 win with Very Elegant. She ticked over beautifully for James McDonald this morning on the course proper at Rose Hill. It'll be interesting to see just how the track is, if they can get to a soft 5. I know the team around Aristia rate that this filly could win the VRC and ATC Oaks, particularly if the track firms up. Very Elegant, though, continues to do extremely well. Frankly Awesome, just giving the horse the weekend basically off and not running in the Derby is certainly going to help her. Aristia's come up with 8 and Very Elegant barrier 12 in the Australian Oaks. So as I say, if Very Elegant wins, Winx will be running for Chris Waller's 100th Group 1 on the weekend. And finally, Toby Edmonds is hoping for a start for Millard Reaction in the South Pacific when that final field comes out tomorrow. This horse has won 2 from 2 in Queensland, has really charged through the line in both of those wins, particularly at Doomben at its last start. It's right on the borderline of getting a start. He really is keen to get it down into Sydney. Watch for it and the final field for the South Pacific Millard Reaction tomorrow. There's plenty of other news around on social media. Lots of group fields out for Saturday. Dixie Blossoms and Daisy Doom, they're both lining up in the Coolmore Legacy.